Hey sports fans, welcome to this week's edition of Tahoe Sportsline. We've got a new set, but same resident experts. We've got Commissioner Thune and Coach McLaughlin. Guys, good to see you.
Good to see you. It's good to talk football every week.
And we're going to be talking about rebounding, reinvention, and injuries on this week's picks. But before they get to that,
let's cover Facebook results from last week.
All right. Paul Cavalier won a parasail ride for getting 7 out of 10 picks correct. And then Kyle Cruikshank, he was just 500. But you know what? He still won $25 to Base Camp Pizza. You can play along too. All you have to do is log on to our Facebook page and then submit 10 picks for 10 games. And if you're above 500, if you get a good record, you could win.
5-5 record got you $25 gift certificate.
Hey, it's hard to pick against the spread sometimes.
I know. And Coach, this is your rebound week. I think you're going to have a better week for you this week.
Oh, I hope so. Let's talk. Speaking of rebounding, let's start with the first game. Indianapolis getting an 11.5 points to play San Francisco in San Francisco. The Niners need to rebound after that ugly loss to Seattle, and I think they will win the game. But I think Indianapolis is going to score and keep the game close for 2 reasons. Ian Williams is hurt, the starting nose tackle, and Eric Wright, their phenomenal safety, is also out with a concussion at this point. So I think it's going to be a close game. Niners win.
By 15.5?
No, they do not cover.
I think the 49ers will cover this. You know, these are some angry 1-1 teams, but no one is more angry than Jim Harbaugh and the 49ers after coming out of Seattle, getting beaten 29-3. I like the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers coming home after a beat down up in Seattle against a division rival. They're out for blood on this one. It is a tough point spread, but I'll take the Niners at home on this one.
The next game is Chicago is getting 1.5 against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Chicago, Jay Cutler has reinvented himself into a real honest-to-gosh top-flight quarterback the way he's playing so far. I expect him to have a good day. Pittsburgh's really struggling. I think Chicago wins this thing going away.
You know, Chicago has won their first 2 games, but they were both at home. I don't see the Steelers going 0-3. The last time they did that was 13 years ago in 2000. I'm going to go with the Steelers and take the points.
Jay Cutler's finally got some consistency. He had 4, offensive coordinators in 4 years. This year might be the Bears' year. I'll take the Bears. Not a big point spread on this one.
Yeah, and then the final game is the biggest point spread I've seen in a while. Oakland is playing in Denver, and they're getting 15.5 points. Denver is going to win the game, I think, but 15.5 is just too many. Denver's starting tackle that protects the blind side of Peyton Manning is out, and that's going to give Oakland a chance to get some pressure on him. The game will be closer than 15.5. I like Oakland in the points.
I'm with you. I think that Oakland, 15.5 is way too many points to give a division rival, and I think that, it's a big stage. It's Monday Night Football. Oakland's going to go in there, and they're going to keep it respectable. I don't think they're going to win. I think the Broncos will certainly win. They're blowing teams out of the water right now, but I think the Raiders will keep it respectable.
Oakland played its last 2 games pretty well. Their record 1-1 doesn't really reflect, the kind of team that Oakland's actually fielded this year. 15.5 points. Oh my God! Against a division rival, that's tough to spot. I don't think Oakland's going to win, but I'll take Oakland and the points on this one for sure.
That's what's making this thing so much fun, because now we got to pick against the point spreads. All of a sudden, that changes the dynamic. We all 3 probably agree who's going to win the game. We're just not agreeing on the point spread, which makes this kind of fun.
But we did agree that Oakland will be closer than 15.5.
Absolutely. No question, division rival, 15.5. Ooh, that's a tough one.
And a good game to watch.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Tahoe Sportsline. Make sure you log on to our Facebook page. It's a free contest, great prizes, and we will see you next week.